All right, first and foremost, I want to say call Haloyim, La YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. That's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. May the Heavenly Father love and mercy truly endure forever for Israel, and Israel only, as it said in the Holy Scriptures. It's your brother Yeramia from the Sakari Philly set. Come back at you to do this sit now. Right, and Most High will. This one should be short. Just when you think you've seen it all in Babylon, just when you think you've seen it all, everything that is to see, right? Every Walt Disney cartoon, like every clown show, like just as soon as you think you've seen all that is to see in Babylon, this comes up. Watch this.
I went blind on purpose, but I don't feel it was a choice.
Right. So right off the bat, you see that this, which appear to be an Edomite, you see that she's mentally challenged. I mean, right off the bat, like it's not a debate, right? You see that she's mentally challenged right off the bat, all right?
I went blind on purpose, but I don't feel it was a choice.
I went blind on purpose, but I don't feel it was a choice, right? I cut my finger off on purpose, but I don't feel like there was a choice.
For most people, going blind would be a nightmare. But for Jewel Shooping, it was the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. She suffers from a rare condition called body integrity identity disorder, which led her to deliberately take her own sight.
When there's nobody around you that feels the same way, you start to think that you're just very crazy. I don't think I'm crazy. I think I have a disorder. BIID means that you have a need to be disabled in some way. In my case, it was a need to go blind.
9 years ago, Jewel took the drastic decision to blind herself, and she researched the method she would use.
I found that lye is very painful, although it does get the job done. I found that drain cleaner is a little less painful, although it does a lot of damage to the eye. Because drain cleaner was easily available to me, I went with that.
She found a psychologist willing to help her, and after 2 weeks of working together to make sure she was ready, they carried out Jewel's plan.
I laid down on the sofa with that.
She found a psychologist willing to help her, and after 2 weeks of working together to make sure she was ready, they carried out Jewel's plan.
So she found a psychiatrist, right? And she sat down with him, told him about the plan, and then went and executed it. Right? Matter of fact, let's look some things up just real quick. Yeah, here we go. Transabled. Transabled. People are the ones who choose to be disabled, similar to transgender people. The transabled feel one or more limbs or functions of one's body do not belong to oneself, and some even go to such lengths that invoke illegal surgeries to remove undesired body parts. Right, it said illegal because they don't get a physician, somebody that's supposed to have common sense. They don't get a psychiatrist like who she went to, someone of a physician to give her understanding, to diagnose her, right? This is a psychiatrist definition. A medical practitioner, right? A medical practitioner specializing in the diagnosis and treatment of the mentally ill. So how the hell are you going to go to school for 8, 10 years, right, in college, 4, 6, whatever years, and you're not going to obviously see that she suffered from mental illness, right, and that she wants to physically afflict pain on herself. But instead, this society is so bad, it's getting so bad to the point that, we can't stop people from being themselves, even if they want to hurt themselves, They got the choice to do that, Like, this is America, the land of the free, so why shouldn't they have the choice to hurt themselves? Like, and this is what a psychiatrist said. Like, a psychiatrist backed what she was doing. I mean, and gave her the green light. This is crazy.
Available to me, I went with that.
She found a psychologist willing to help her, and after 2 weeks of working together to make sure she was ready, they carried out Jules' plan.
I laid down on the sofa, and he sat next to me. 2 drops into each eye. My eyes were screaming. I had some laid down on the sofa.
I seen this video, I think, like once or twice, probably twice. I even slept on that part. She said that the physician dropped the what she say that she used, Drano or some type of cleaning product. Like, he dropped it into her eyes. So not only did he sign off on her getting blind, but he caused it.
And he sat next to me. 2 drops into each eye. My eyes were screaming. I had some drain cleaner going down my cheek, burning my skin. In the moment, all I could think of was, I'm going blind. It's going to be okay.
After waiting half an hour to make sure the damage was done, the psychologist took Jewel to hospital, where doctors fought to save her sight.
This is crazy. A medical physician tells a woman, right, that she wants to go blind. Okay, go blind. And then he helps her go blind. And then in the process of her going blind, he takes her to another group of medical physicians, and they fight to try to save her sight. Like, this is crazy.
It's going to be okay.
After waiting half an hour to make sure the damage was done, the psychologist took Jewel to hospital, where doctors fought to save her sight.
When I woke up the following day, I was joyful until I turned on my back, opened my eyes, and could see the TV screen. I was so enraged, and I thought that it hadn't worked. Then, over about 6 months, the sight in both eyes slowly went away. I was so happy. I felt that this was who I was supposed to be.
While Jewel was happy, her actions cost her her relationship with her family. But this was something she'd been building up to throughout her life.
I first developed the idea that I need to be blind when I was around 6 years old. I was told by my mother that if I looked into the sun, I'd go blind, and so I stared into the sun for hours on end. Thinking about being blind made me feel comfortable. I was blind simming, which is pretending to be blind. Becoming blind was definitely a difficult decision to make. I tried to avoid it, but it kept coming up in my head. And by the time I was 21, it was a nonstop alarm that was going off.
As extreme as Jewel's case sounds, she is not alone. Dr. Michael First is a leading expert on the condition. He even coined the term BIID to describe it.
A lot of people who have this just live with it, but they don't take that step of actually actualizing it. But a significant minority of people with this have the feeling so strongly that they will go and do something to make it happen. Our job is to reduce suffering however it's possible. Of question is, what can be done? People have tried therapy, they've tried medication. None of those have really been successful. The ethics of whether it is okay to take a normal person and make them disabled is, I think you can make it an ethical case that if you conceptualize this as treating a condition, then it's okay to do it. The big fear, of course, is somebody goes ahead and gets an amputation and becomes disabled and then changes their mind. I like to encourage people to do what makes sense to make them feel better, but this is such a drastic move that it's hard to encourage.
Initially apprehensive, Jewel has now told her friends in the blind community about how she took her own sight.
I told her that I didn't care, that I think there's no resentment for her voluntarily taking her eyesight. That's not who I am.
I just don't think I've ever known anyone who had that condition. I think there's a lot understood in the medical community, but I'm sure that by what happened to you, it will be helpful to somebody else.
Hey, Joel. How's it going?
Oh, hi, Alan. Does this affect our friendship at all?
No, actually, I want to thank you for sharing it with me. I think it's a really inspiring story, actually, because you've overcome a lot here. You're a very positive person. You contribute a lot to the blind community, and I think that's a great thing.
Now, Jewel hopes her story will help other people in her position and lead to a wider understanding of BIID.
Okay. These days, I have no regrets. I'm very happy as a blind person. If somebody's out there with the same feelings as I have, I would say don't go blind the way I did. I know there's a need, but perhaps someday there'll be treatment for it. And just wait for that treatment if you can. If you feel that you have to, at least talk to a psychiatrist. Try to get somebody who knows what they're doing to help you. Don't do it for yourself because it's dangerous. That's why.
All right, that's on that. She said, try to get somebody that knows what they're doing. This is why he took the Drano that you had underneath your kitchen cabinet and he squirted it in your eyes because he knew what he was doing. But anyway, yeah, I think I got like two. I think I got like two precepts, or two. I think I got like two verses, two Bible verses going to. Yeah, Psalms 14. The book of Psalms, chapter 14 and verse 1. The fool has said in their heart, there is no God. And this is what these Caucasians do. Like, these Caucasians, like these Hamites, all these nations, right? And they even got our people being atheists now. But the chief atheist person in this world is Esau, right? So-called white man, right? The fool has said in their heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. Right? This is why it's no problem for her to blind herself. And actually, when I was looking it up, it was other cases too. It was this. I only seen all Edomites though. I seen like 4 cases. This dude cut his arm off. He felt, God did something wrong. He wasn't supposed to have 2 arms. And this woman, she broke both of her legs, and became a cripple, right? A Shedamite, right? And this because these people don't believe in God. Like, they believe that God did something wrong, like that He made them, not the way that they felt they should have been made. Which is crazy, because imagine the people that are born blind, like that are born, with broken legs or whatnot. Like they like, God is unfair, He's unjust because He made me this way. And then now they turn around and in certain cases, not being blind, but and look at you, and you literally, cut off a limb. That you have, and they don't have, because you felt that you was made wrong. I mean, obviously they're both wrong on both accounts, right? The person that's born that way and the delusional person that decides to, lose his sight or get an arm chopped off, throughout their life. I mean, they're both, wrong because the Heavenly Father did create them that way. Whether or not they blind, whether or not they lame, whether or not if they suffer from mental illness, right? No matter if you are born with two arms, like the Lord created you that way for a reason. So we have to take what the Lord has given us, right? And understand that his burden is not troublesome, right? And I'm talking about us as Israelites. Honestly, I don't get too damns about this heathen, right? This heathen in general or heathens in general, right? Right? Y'all can go around blinding yourself. Next time, drink the chloride. Like, next time, do that. Don't pour it in your eyes. Next time, drink it. Just get rid of yourself, right? But anyway, hold on, let me do it. Another translation. All right, the book of Psalms, chapter 10 and verse 4. The wicked are too proud to seek God, right? Right? These wicked people they're too proud to seek the Most High God. They seem to think that God is dead, right? That God don't exist. I was created from a big bang, right? I originally was a monkey, but then before that I was a fish, or whatever type of analogy that they try to use. Like this is their mindset. So it all stem from them not believing in God, right? I'm gonna read it in the NIV. Psalms chapter 10 verse 4. In his pride, the wicked man does not. In his pride, the wicked man does not seek him. In all his thoughts, they are no room for God, right? So in the wicked man mindset, he don't even have room for God, right? He got his self, right? He got wickedness. He got room for that, right? He got room for the treasures and riches of this world, right? He got room for all that, but he don't have no room in his mind for God. I'm gonna read it again. Verse 4. In his pride, the wicked man does not seek him. In all his thoughts, there's no room for God. So this is what we're seeing, right? And just when you think you've seen everything that Babylon has, to offer, I'm saying, like, on the wild side, them coming out with new and newer stuff, adding more letters to the agenda and all this crazy stuff. They just always throw something else out there, right? But with that, hopefully brothers and sisters get edified. Till next time, I say shalom.